I am trying to do a really late video. Um, I had kind of an off day, and I probably should have done it earlier today, but I just wasn't committed. Anyway, I've been having a weird day because yesterday I don't know what got over me, but normally I wouldn't say it's willpower as much as I've just been going on this for so long that I've kind of broke my, for the most part, most of my sugar addiction tendencies. So it doesn't bother me so much anymore to be around things, but for whatever reason, there's been a trigger for me because I've been watching a lot of videos of other people that do have problems or have been showing how to do this or that on their videos that aren't exactly on protocol. So that just intrigues me on whether or not it really does work or hampers your diet. And then if it sounds really intriguing, then you're tempted to do it. So that's what happened. Um, I had tried the last round. I had made chocolate delight the old recipe way, and I was great with that because mainly because I I had I like coconut first of all, and I was fine with it because I could make them really small, and if I was having problems having a, a bowel movement, sorry, um, I would drink some smooth mood tea, and then I'd have maybe one of those, and it usually would trigger, uh, something, and that would help. And I probably should talk about that another time anyway, because it is kind of an important topic, because a lot of people get really constipated. But anyway, and I never really had a problem with it, but for whatever reason, I made up a different recipe of chocolate delight, and I followed a different one, and then I did the Heavy Dobby's lemon truffles. And my daughter and I both had one yesterday, and honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, we're in our last week of our P2, and risking anything right now is not a good idea. So you can imagine when I stepped on the scale this morning and I gained 2 pounds, and everything else was on protocol and weighed out and everything. So I know that's what it was, and it just makes me sick that I did that. Although, my daughter, who has not been in the best of moods because she's on Tom, is very moody from day to day. So, yesterday she was about ready to throw in the towel and give it up. So, it was not a pleasant day yesterday anyway. So, by the time I went to bed, though, after she'd had that, I was worried she was going to get up and take it out on me. So, anyway, today, perfectly good mood. I think part of it is the fact that she did not gain, she lost, and I gained 2 pounds. So, I guess what I'm angry about is that I chanced it in the last week, because honestly, when you cheat on HCG, it isn't like cheating on a regular diet where you cheat and you go up a little and you correct it and it goes right back down soon or whatever. If you cheat on HCG and it's in your system, you're going to balloon up fast. So the best thing to do is to stay away from temptation and doing this kind of stuff. So I should have known better. Um, I only have myself to blame though, so I do not advise doing it only because one person it works and another person it doesn't, and I happen to be one that it didn't. So I don't like the results of the cheat that I did. I guess it, technically it isn't a cheat as far as most people are concerned. They didn't have problems with it, but for me it is. So I got to stay away from it. I do like the comment that there was a post that HCG Chica had put on about those, and she had said that to her it wasn't protocol, and it wasn't so much that as the fact that if she had him in the house she wouldn't leave him alone. And I don't have that problem. I can totally leave them alone, but if I'm going to have a problem with them, there's no reason to have them. So anyway, what else was I going to talk about? We have our house in escrow. Hopefully everything goes well. We have a lot of stuff they want us to do, and we really don't have money to do it, but I don't know how we're going to manage, but we'll just, I don't know. They're asking about we're not really certain exactly what they're talking about. I think it's a wall in my daughter's room that they're talking about, but we moved here when she was 12. She pretty much hibernated in her room when she was at junior high and early high school. And she had dry erase boards on her wall, so she would wipe it off and it would go past onto the wall. So then she'd move the board to another spot on the wall, and then there'd be these shadows of where the board was. So when I went back, we were getting the house ready, and I went in and touch-up painted, but the paint just wasn't the same finish after it'd been sitting. So it is obvious that you got touch-ups, and I guess that's what they're talking about, but I don't know. Anyway, I just want to be done with this. California, release me. Anyway, I did go to church today. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but I go to this church, and maybe I'll do a post one time and go into the venue that I go to, but we go to this really, really large church, and it's got all these different venues that you can go to. So if you like country music, you go to that one, listen to the music that's got, at the service that's got country music. If you like the one that is where the pastor is, up giving the sermon and you want to see it live, you go to that one. If you want to see like a dark and, patio lights and a rock, venue type thing, you go to that one. If you have a family with little kids, you go into the one where everybody has their kids there and nobody's bothered by the noise and that kind of thing. The one that we go to is inside the coffee shop at the church, and they have tables and chairs and everything set up, and you go in, you can have your coffee, you can order a breakfast sandwich or your lunch or whatever, and you go in and they show you the updates on the videos of what's going on with the church and what is going on for the week, the weekend updates, and then they show just the sermon, and then you're in and out in about 45 minutes. So we just prefer that one. We like the people that are in it. We're regulars in that one, so we're comfortable there. And even though I went on this diet, the bad part about it is smelling the food when we're sitting there and they're cooking, paninis and things like that. It isn't so much that I'm craving the food, because I'm really not, but just it's kind of like when I was pregnant and I would smell things cooking and it bothered me. Not that it's making me sick, but just constant smelling of grilling things, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of making me a little, uh, by the time that the sermon starts, I'm like, anyway. Um, and I do, um, either have to go in and get either a hot coffee or an iced tea. And then, that's the extent of my thrill of coffee. So I don't know. The reason I go in there is because of the people that I see on a regular basis when I go in there. So that's that. But my point about bringing it up is that the people that come in, I come in, I stand in line for my coffee, and the lady that takes the order while you're standing in line, so it gets moving a little faster. Every time she says, "How's your house selling? Is it sold yet? When are you going to be moving?" And then, then there's the guy that, takes your order at the register and rings you up, and the people that make your food, and they all, look and they go, the first lady goes, "How are you doing? How's the house going?" And all that, and then she looks at you and goes, "Are you?" And of course, I order iced tea or whatever, and she immediately knows I'm still on the diet. She says, "How's the diet going?" And I say, "Well, I've lost 50 pounds," and her eyes get huge, and she's like, "Are you kidding me?" And then the guy at the register hears that and goes, "What? Are you serious?" And then I go over, and then the word goes passed along to all the rest of them. And I haven't been there for a few weeks because of circumstances with the house. And so it's funny that you rapidly lose weight on this diet, and people just, they don't see you for a while. They're like, "Whoa," when they see you. So, and that's another thing. I'm losing my shape, and I think I mentioned that this last time. I'm getting a little concerned that we're at the end of this phase and I'm going to be stuck with this shape for a while, but I am losing it all in my legs and my arms. And my niece, when I was mentioning this to her, she said, "Oh, you're like SpongeBob." Yeah, I'm like SpongeBob. So now that's stuck in my head. Thank you, Carly. So that's all I can think of is now I look like SpongeBob. Anyway, um, so that's pretty much my update. I'm sure that I might get another one in before the end of the week if I have a little bit of downtime, maybe. But for sure at the end of the week, because that'll be the end of my round, and we'll have to go through all of that. But I think that's all I have to say today. So have a good night. I hope you release something. I hope I release something. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.